हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये भक्त्या विहीना अपराध लक्ष्ये क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरंग मध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृंदे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. Everyone please chant Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Lila, composed by Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. We have heard very beautifully how Madhavendra Puripaji, about the glorification of Shri Madhavendra Puripad, which has been glorified by Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the thousand of birds and mouth, who never beg anything from anyone and who survives only by taking milk. When someone asked, that why do we see contrast in the pastimes of Mahaprabhu? That sometimes Mahaprabhuji says one thing for a devotee and he says something different for the other devotee. So is there any comparison or any prioritization is there? So no, there is no prioritization in any manner. Because in relation to in terms of Mahaprabhuji, Patra Apatra, he doesn't see whether one is eligible or the other is not eligible, that one is mine or not, even think that way. So why do we observe the duality? Like, for instance, like Madhavendra Puripad only survived on milk, and that too without asking anyone. If anyone gives the milk, then only he used to have it. And even Mahaprabhuji is glorifying Madhavendra Puripad. And Madhavendra Puripad is so blessed that he had the dream, thrice in the dream of Madhavendra Puripad, to whom Gopalji himself is ordering and giving instructions that go get some sandalwood paste for me. To whom Gopalji himself is asking that I am feeling suffocated underground. And thirdly, he got the dream that Gopalji himself asked to apply the chandan or the sandalwood paste to the Gopinaths. So he's showing so much of affection to that to Madhavendra Puripad. And even Krishna himself got milk for Madhavendra Puripad in the form of young kid. Himself, Krishna got the milk. And on the contrary, in Mayapur Dham, in place of Shivas Panditji, so those who will be visiting in Navadvip Parikrama, it will make your devotion on a very high charged moment, where thousands of people will be singing, be dancing, and will be dipped in the bhav and that too under the guidance of great acharyas. Even we'll have a visit of Shivas Pandit in Mayapur Dham. That is called Nitya Rasali Shiva Sangam, where Mahaprabhuji resides permanently and eternally. So in Shiva's Angam, Mahaprabhuji himself used to sing and chant and glorify. So once there was a Brahmana who only used to take milk. He was very excited to see the dance of Mahaprabhuji. And he was begging Shivas Pandit that you are blessed, your home is blessed, all the members, family members of your family are very blessed, because Mahaprabhuji himself come and dance at your place. So he shows all the symptoms of the great devotees. Because at that place only Mahaprabhuji showed his Narsingh incarnation there in the form of Narsingadev. And he used to glorify and dance and chant and do kirtan. So that Brahmana was praying to Shivas Pandit. And Shivas Pandit, he went to Mahaprabhuji. And Shivas Pandit is saying to Mahaprabhu that there is a Brahmana who has never committed any kind of offense, because he has never taken any wheat or any cereal, because it is said that the offenses they reside, or pap resides in the cereals, because there's so many souls who roam around in the atmosphere, and then they, in the form of the raindrop, it resides in the wheat or the cereals. And when we take it as a food, and the same offense, it gets into the food. So there may be some positive and some negative souls in that. And so the soul which commits pap or offenses, it has the negative impact on us. So Shivas Panditji was saying that this Brahmana has never taken any cereal. He only survives on milk. And he so very wanted to see you have your darshan and have your kirtan and dance. And just on hearing this, Mahaprabhuji got agitated, and he said, if one survives on milk, that means he's a great devotee. Is it that one who depends on milk or takes only milk, he can never commit any offense, or he's a big devotee? So if he's taking milk, that means he's doing this for himself, not for the pleasure of Krishna. So the tendency that we have, the tendency that he has, is only for his satisfaction. It is not for the service of Krishna. Anukilena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktiruttama. So one who worship or serves Krishna with a positive mood, only that is considered to be a service. And one who serves Krishna not with a positive mood, but with the negative mood, or for one's own pleasure, that means he's not doing service to please Krishna. Anya Bilashita Shunyam. So one who has no personal desire. So do you think it is the pure bhakti? If we have zero desires, if we don't desire anything, does it mean we have bhakti? Does it have, does it mean we have devotion? No, it's not that. There are many people who say that I don't desire anything. I don't want to achieve anything. I don't desire anything. Many people say like this. So does that mean I am a big devotee? No, not at all. The ordinary people can think it's a big thing. It's a big thing. That, oh wow, he's such a great devotee. He doesn't desire anything. But this is not bhakti. It is the foundation on which the bhakti or the devotion survives. If you have no material desire, it is just the foundation. Anya abhilashita shunya. It means no desire. There should be desire. But what kind of a desire we should have? गौरांग बलि ते हवे पुलक शरीरा हरि हरि बलि ते याने बबेनीरा. Oh, when will that big day, great day come in my life that I'll cry and weep for Krishna? Don't you want to have desire like that? So the bhajan composed by Narottam Das Thakur and other acharyas, they're telling us what kind of a desire should we have. It's not that we should not have a desire. Instead, we should have the desire through which we can serve Krishna for the pleasure of Krishna, for the service of Krishna. So what is the difference? So what is the difference that the Brahmana who survived only on milk, Mahaprabhu ji doesn't want to have a glance on that bhakta. And on the other side, Madhavendra Puripat, Mahaprabhu ji is praising him like anything. So what is the difference? Both are doing the same thing. One is also, both are taking milk only as a meal. But the Brahmana who is taking milk, he's not doing bhakti. He is doing that only for his own satisfaction and not for serving Krishna. While on contrast, Madhavendra Puripad ji is doing this for the pleasure and affection, for the devotion and with the motive of serving Krishna. So that is why Gopalji came into the dream of Madhavendra Puripad thrice. So in the activities of Gopalji, there is no partiality. There's no partiality. There's so many instances which are there in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Mahaprabhuji said this to one bhakta and this to other bhakta. So to one devotee called Kalidas Bhakta, Mahaprabhuji asked to have Charnamrit. But when they were cleaning the Gundicha Mandir, so when one devotee offered the Charnamrit on the feet of Mahaprabhuji, to that devotee, Mahaprabhuji scolded. So Kalidas Bhakta, he had Charnamrit thrice. So we sometimes see the contrast. Because three times repetition is quite popular. Harer Nam, Kevalam. Kalor naste gatirannatha. Nahi hai, nahi hai, nahi hai. So this three number is quite popular. And in India, we usually say that when three number is odd and it doesn't make things good for us. So in India, we say like that number three is quite unlucky. We usually say these kind of things. But see, in spirituality, in devotion, if anything is said thrice, it is very determinate. It is said with great determination. So in devotion, such things happen. That is why Kalidas ji took Charnamrit thrice. So there are so many pastimes where we see that sometimes the devotee is treated this way and sometimes we see it the other way. So we do see the contrast. So Mahaprabhuji himself is glorifying Madhavendra Puri Pad. We heard this in the last few sessions. And Mahaprabhuji is glorifying this particular verse, that it is as beautiful as the moon rays, as beautiful as the fragrance of sandalwood, as beautiful as a most precious gem. And this was a shlok, this was a verse which was said and repeated and narrated by Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani. And it was reflected in Madhavendra Puri Paji. So what is that verse? We are going to hear this. Everyone, please try to memorize this verse. See, this is so great because Mahaprabhuji. So Maharajji is narrating the verse. So Maharajji is saying we should all memorize this verse. I think Prabhuji will post the same in the other group. It means, O the Lord of all the poor and the depressed and the distressed, O Mathura Nathanath, O the King of Mathura. It is Chaitanya it is 4.197 verse. 4.197. When will I have the darshana of yours? This Radharani is speaking. So Radharani is narrating this verse. Radharani is singing this in the mood of separation. In the mood of separation. So Maharajji was telling this, that in this world we are bonded. So the separation that we face is quite distressful. It's painful. We do full separation in this world, but in spiritual world, we relish the separation. The separation, mood of separation is tasted very beautifully. So even Lord Rama appears on this earth, Krishna appears on this earth, Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji appears on this earth to taste this separation. But why there is a need? Because God himself, Krishna himself, wants to taste the sweet nectar of separation. There is one sweetness. But when in material world we feel this separation, how do we take? We usually consider to be painful. So this is the duality. This is the difference of the nature of how we taste the separation. But see how Radha Rani, when she was narrating this beautiful verse, she was saying, "Oh my dear Krishna." So Braj Kishore Das Prabhuji has uh, put this verse on the chat for us. Hmm. So when Krishna went to Mathura, and Radharani ji, she's feeling this separation. And she is actually, so in sarcasm, Radharani is saying all this to Krishna. Oh, the Lord of Mathura, why? Oh, you have left all of us. Now started you have started residing in Mathura, so you are the king of Mathura. See, there are different emotions that are flowing in the sayings of Radharani. Oh, merciful. Oh, the merciful Lord. You always shower your mercy on us. But how you have become so rigid and not so favorable towards the devotees. So Radharani is saying this indirectly. She's saying this in sarcastic manner. So you were supposed to be the Lord of mercy, but now you are making us weep and cry in your separation. Don't you feel pity on us? And what is the second meaning? That actually we are the one who need the mercy, and you are our Lord. You are our very dear loved one. Sometimes even Sita ji, she used to call Raghunath ji like, "Hey Nath," that oh Sri Ram, you are my protector, you are my loved one. Sometimes it is said that way also, that you are my loved one. Oh, so now you have become the king of Mathura. That you are not going to pay any attention on us now because you have already left us. Gadavalokushay. So now when will that day will appear in our life that we can have your darshan? Hridayam Tvad Alok Kataram. That my heart is feeling separation and it is feeling pain to have your darshana. This Radharani is saying all this. So you can say that doesn't Krishna reside in the heart of Radharani? But Radharani doesn't feel satisfaction that way. She doesn't want to see and memorize and remember Krishna in heart. This is not sufficient for Radharani. This is not sufficient for Radharani. Like in Kurukshetra, Krishna said, "Oh, I reside in your heart. I haven't forgotten all our pastimes." So just do you remember how we used to play in Gokul? We used to have different pastimes. Krishna remembered all these things. You can see and remember me in your heart. Sometimes Krishna used to say this. But when Radharani heard this, Radharani got agitated. That you think your love restricts till this point only? That only I can remember you in heart? Is that sufficient? So Radharani was never contented. That this is the job of yogis. Yogis are happy remembering you in heart. They get satisfied this way. All yogis, they remember God in their heart only, and they relish this thing only. They used to remember the forms and the pastimes in that way only, in heart only. But Radharani is saying, we are not yogis. We love you and we want to have that reciprocation. We want to serve you. We are not yogis who can remember you in our heart and we get satisfied and contented. No, we are not that kind of yogis. And you are saying all this to us, that you can remember and think of me in heart, and you can remember my pastimes, and you can get satisfied that way? No. You should think to whom you are speaking this. Radharani is actually scolding Krishna, but actually it is not a scold. Radharani is not getting agitated and shouting. No. She is saying all this in a very pessimist mood, and in a very soft mood. She's trying to show her anger, but that too in a very dignified manner. When sometimes Radharani used to say dhoot to Krishna, that you always speak false, you always lie. So even in that tone, there's so much of love, affection, and respect. There is some sarcastic way of saying, but still she's quite humble and polite in what she speaks. And to understand all this, Sri Krishna performed one pastime in Dwarka. The wife of Krishna, Rukmaniji, was sitting beside him. So how is Krishna? Krishna is quite naughty and playful. Naughty. And that means he always think of playing and different tricks. Kautuki. So in a joyful, playful manner, he always feels in that mood only. He's naughty and playful. So Krishna said to Rukmani that you married me, you have not taken a good decision. You have married me. You might have chosen someone else. I'm quite dark complexioned. I just ran from Mathura to Dwaraka, and I have formed all the Dwarika Nagari under sea only. So I'm quite fearful because I left that place, and you have taken the wrong decision. You might have taken the wrong decision. So Rukmaniji was just fanning Krishna at that time. She was serving Krishna and fanning him, and Krishna is playful. And when Krishna said this, the fan just fell from the hand of Rukmaniji, and even she fell on the ground. So Krishna just hold and embrace Rukmaniji and said, "Oh, Rukmaniji, I was just cracking a joke. I was saying this just in a playful manner, in a joyful manner. And the same thing Krishna told to Satyabhama, another queen of Krishna, that you married, you have taken the wrong decision. So Krishna said this thing to Satyabhama. Satyabhama responded that yes, you should have married Kubja there. So Krishna is comparing now all this, that even Radharani in Braj, she used to speak me this thing. And even Satyabhama is also saying in a similar tone, but still there is a big difference. So Rukmini, she can never tolerate if I am joking even. So when we reciprocate and crack jokes to each other, so that affection rises. But Rukmini ji, she can't tolerate the joke of Krishna. And Satyabhama ji, she was very blunt. She used to speak everything in front of Krishna. But in Braj, Srimati Radharani and other gopis, even they used to they try to control me, and they speak such words to me. Oh, you are dark complexioned. Oh, you are the liar. One should never believe you. But there's so much of love and affection in those all words. Though there's some sarcasm in that, but still there is humility, there is affection, there is love, there is respect in that. So nobody can control me and speak in the manner and Radharani reciprocate with me. So every time Krishna used to remember Radharani only. So even Krishna tries to be playful in front of Radharani. Krishna is very playful and naughty. And in front of Radharani, when Krishna used to speak like this, so Radharani used to get hold of Krishna. So he's always in a mood to play. He's playful. But when he reached to Mathura, so Radharani was just remembering all those pastimes. So she's saying and narrating this verse. There is sarcasm in the verse. There is love in this verse. And there is respect and humble in this word. E Deen Dayad Nath He. Oh Krishna, you are the Lord of all the devotees who beg for your mercy. We just don't want to remember you in our hearts. We want to play with you. We want to serve you with affection. We are not just imagining you, or we don't want to think of you in heart. You are the Lord of Mathura. You're the King of Mathura. Hridayam Tvad Alok Kataram. That my heart is feeling distress in the separation. So Katar here means desperately wanting something. There is crying and weeping is one thing, and the other one is you're crying in desperation. It's not an ordinary crying or weeping. It is something that you long for, you're longing for, you're hankering for. That we cannot survive without you. Everything looks null and void without you. This is the same world we have. This is the same house we are in. But when you are not here, everything appears dull, null, zero. Dait Brahmati Kim Karo Ma'am. So what should I do? What should I do? So Maharaj is telling that his phone is running short of battery. So there are chances that phone can get disconnected. So here properly till the time he's joining with us. So when will that day appear that I'll have your darshan? Hey Dait, there's a word Dait here, which means a very loved one, beloved. Oh, my dear love, what should I do? So Radharani is feeling his hankering and longing for Krishna. When they met in Kurukshetra, there are so many beautiful verses when Radharani presented her heart out to Krishna. Like in Kurukshetra, when Krishna met with all gopis and Radharani, the words narrated by Radharani there's so much of feelings. It's the crying mood, the love, longingness. There's love and there's sarcasm also. This everything is the mixed emotions are there. So Maharaj is remembering that in the last festival, they took all these verses of Kurukshetra Samvad. So in some few verses, Radharani used to be very humble. And in the next verse, she was showing all her love and affection. In the next shlok, Radharani is showing all the respect and humbleness. So everyone should try to memorize this verse. So where Mahaprabhuji is relishing these shlokas? When Mahaprabhuji was performing the disappearance pastime, when Mahaprabhuji was about to disappear. So that is called Antardhyan Lila, disappearance pastime. So we should not speak like when Vaishnavas were dying. No, this is the wrong etiquette. So Maharaj is showing us etiquette. We should speak like this when he was disappearing, when he was. That is called Antardhyan Lila, disappearance pastime. And when somebody falls ill, we should not speak like that. He fall ill. We say Aswastha Lila, sickness pastime. When Madhavendra Puripaj, he was performing his sickness pastime, and he was about to disappear. So he was trying to remember this verse, and who was serving? Sri Ishwar Puripaji was serving his Gurudev Madhavendra Puripaji. So Madhavendra Puripaji was relishing this verse and he was trying to remember. So there are only three who can relish this pastime, this verse beauty. It is Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji, and Madhvendra Puripaji. So, Hey Deen Dayal Nath, Hey Mathura Nath. So, in this regard, Bhakti Vinod Thakur ji has given quite an elaborative and descriptive uh, detail of this verse. There's much philosophy in this. We'll be able to know more about the significance of our community. It says one who performed the Shuddha Bhakti, he has been categorized into four: Shri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Sanat Sampradaya, and there was one more, Brahm Sampradaya. Without this community, this devotion community, if you take any mantra without being involved into any of the sampradaya, it doesn't hold any significance. So there are only four sampradayas: Shri, Brahm, Rudra, and Sanak Sampradaya. Shri Sampradaya means Lakshmi Devi. Shri means the sampradaya or the community which we have inherited from Lakshmi ji. And his Guruji is, the Acharya is Sri Ramanujan Acharya. And Sri Ramanujan Acharya is the founder. Second is Brahma Sampradaya. And who is the Acharya? Madhvacharya, Sril Madhvacharya ji. He's the founder. Third is Rudra Sampradaya. So the founder of that Sampradaya is Vishnu Swami. And fourth is Sanak Sampradaya. Char Sanat Kumaras, the sons of Brahmaji, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, and Sanat Kumar. So these are the four sampradayas. And the founder of last Sanat Sampradaya is Nimba Dattaji. So one should, if one is initiated amongst any of these four sampradayas or community, it is considered to be significant. And to the sampradaya that we belong to is Sri Brahm Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. If someone asks you, you are initiated, which sampradaya you are initiated from? Who can ask you this question if one is very intelligent? So if someone is very smart, he may ask you about your sampradaya or the community to which you belong. So ordinary people say that it's a matter of God and it is a matter of devotee. We can take mantra from anyone. Initiation means you can take mantra from anyone. There are so many people in India. There's so many gurus in India that if you want Shiv mantra, you can assemble on the right side. If you want to have Ganesh mantra, you can see come on the other side, and so on. So the different sections. So there are different mantras for different tastes. This is not a sampradaya. It means they don't belong to any sampradaya. So Maharaj is giving example that if you make different kinds of dishes, some salty, some with bitter taste, some are very sweet, some is with salt, little salt, some is very sweet. You prepare different dishes, and if you're serving all these things, that you can have this. What will a sannyasi do? He'll mix all these things together, all these dishes together. That he mixes everything and then he's taking it. This is called Mayavadis. They mix everything, and so that they can't even taste sweet or salty or less salty, though these dishes have different tastes. So every dish has their own taste. Some are salty, some are less salty, some are sweet, some are bitter. So everything has their own taste. But all things don't stay the same. Even if you mix everything, all the sweets, different sweets together. So Maharaj is telling names of all the dishes, Indian dishes, Indian sweet dishes. But if you mix everything, that means you're not tasting anything properly. So Mayavadi people, they used to think and take the devotion like this. But devotees don't take like this. There are 6 different rasas, opulences, uh, tastes. Something is sweet, some is bitter, some is salty, and so on. So sometimes it is asked to which sampradaya you belong. That so if someone asks you, we should answer that we belong to Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. We have got initiation from Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. We we belong to this sampradaya. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Brahma is Brahmaji, Madhva is Madhvacharyaji. So what is the significance of our sampradaya? Shri Krishna initiated Brahmaji. He was playing his flute, and when this flute song appeared into the ears of Brahmaji, what did Krishna said? Krishna said to Brahma, cling. It is cling. It is cling. It got spells like Kling, Kling, cling. This is called the seed mantra. So all those who get initiation, they say it's the beej mantra. It is the seed mantra. All the mantras get evolved out of this seed mantra. So Sri Krishna initiated Brahmaji. And even Sri Krishna narrated the 4-versed Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, to Brahmaji. So knowledge was given, experiential knowledge was given. So Krishna initiated Brahmaji, Brahmaji gave further initiation to Naraji, and so on, Madhvaji, Madhvendra So there's one slight, there's a subtle difference, and the streams get divided. So Madhvacharyaji, and in the same lineage, we have Madhvendra Pad, Ishwar Puri Pad, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shad Goswamis, Narottam Siddhant, and Param Guruji and Gurunji. So it is a different branch. Not branch, but it's a marginal line. So Madhvendra Puri Padji is the guru of our sampradaya. So Brahmaji is not tasting and relishing that, though the sampradaya or community is the same, but Brahmaji is not tasting the bhav of Radharani. What Madhvendra Puri Padji is tasting and relishing. Madhvendra Puri Padji is tasting and he is narrating. And this is being narrated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji. Because this is the affection, devotion, and this devotion of Yugal Sarkar, Shri Radha Krishna. This and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji took two different concepts from all the four sampradayas. When we go to Nirdaya Ghat, while doing parikrama of Navadip Dham, this is quite detailed. We'll be hearing. Mahaprabhuji took two different things from all the sampradayas. So Maharaj is telling that Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji took two things from each sampradaya, from Sri Sampradaya, from Rudra Sampradaya, from Sanak Sampradaya, from our Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. So even Mahaprabhuji, we all are blessed that we belong to this Sampradaya, because even Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji chose this Sampradaya. And one reason is that Shri Krishna himself initiated Brahmaji. This is the most important reason. That this all began from Shri Krishna only, originated from Shri Krishna only. And all these, the gurus and the founders of these sampradayas, they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji in Navadip only. So that is why Navadip Dham carries a big significance. All these acharyas, they appeared near Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji, and they came to know that Mahaprabhuji is none other than Krishna. They all offered their obeisances to Mahaprabhuji. And they said to Mahaprabhuji, we are quite fortunate that in Navadip Dham, we are being able to have a darshan of your beautiful molten gold like your complexion. So this is called the golden avatar or incarnation. That Mahaprabhuji has the complexion of molten gold. All the four founders, they are offering their obeisances and requesting for their blessings. So Mahaprabhuji, I think the battery of the phone of Maharaji is no longer supporting the meeting. So Maharaji got disconnected. And as he said that we'll end our meeting that time only. So I think that Hindi session is over. So thank you everyone for joining. I think Maharaji will be continuing the same in tomorrow's class only. So thank you for joining. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you all.